Guys, it's Bobby here. I wanted to make another juicer video, this time comparing my two juicers. On the left we have the Juiceman Junior, which is a centrifugal style juicer from Walmart that I've had for about 2 years. It was $99 and I've hated it. It's just not a good juicer. It's loud, it's hard to clean, it doesn't juice well. It's just a pretty awful machine. It's hard to put back together. There's really not much I like about it. So I got a better juicer, which is called the Omega Vert 350 HD, which I've had for a few days now, and it's the perfect juicer, actually. It's the best juicer in the world, in my opinion. But with that one, I'll be just comparing the two. Before I get rid of this old juicer, I'm going to actually give it to a friend who has a really awful centrifugal juicer. His has the small feed chute, and it only has one speed, and he just wants this one, so I'm just going to give it to him, so I don't have to throw it away. At least somebody can benefit from it. I don't want junk like that in my house anymore. But let's go ahead and just do a little comparison. What I want to do is just juice some carrots, apples, and a little piece of a cucumber there. I have half an apple, I have 6.5 ounces of carrots, and I have just half a small cucumber. So that way, when I compare them, we can actually see the amount of juice produced by each machine. And when we do that, we can see which one actually produces more juice with the same amount of produce. People say that the masticating juicers or single auger style actually produce more than the centrifugal juicers. So we will see if that's true. I'm not using the regular juice containers. This is the one for the Juiceman, which has 3 parts, and they're sharp edges. It's really pretty awful to clean, but it does have a froth separator in it, which is pretty cool until you have to clean it. And I'm not using this one either because I wanted to use the same kind of cup in both juicers so we can get a better visual comparison of just the color of the juice and the kind that it makes, or the amount at least. So I'm going to go ahead and start juicing now to see just what we get. I don't have any greens to do. I know this juicer actually does greens better than this one, of course. But my spinach was frozen and it looked like it was old. It was only like 4 days old, but I decided not to include greens in this video until I go back to the store. So let's go ahead and just begin. Remember, I'm doing this with one hand. I don't have a tripod yet. I did look for one, but Walmart only had small ones, and I need a big one. So I need to keep my search going. Maybe Best Buy or Target will have something better. But I'm going to go ahead and juice the apple first, and I'm going to do that because I want to wait a little bit and see if the color changes and how it looks, because people usually use that to compare the difference between centrifugal juicers and single auger style juicers. So I'll go ahead and start with the Juiceman Junior, the non-worthy contender, actually, since it was here first, and we'll see how it does. This should be the last time I ever use or touch this juicer. Of course, I'll see it again when I go to my friend's house, but I'll never have to clean this juicer again after today, and that makes me very happy. So this is kind of like the farewell video for this poor juicer, so that's probably a good thing. Alright, let's see. Shove it in and turn it on. Okay, so it got that much juice. It's still pouring. It's going to drip a while. And it didn't do a good job. It actually threw a big chunk of the apple right into the pulp bin. So that's no good. Maybe I shoved too hard, but it really requires a lot of pressure to get that fruit down there. So let's just try the other one and see how it does. And let's compare the noise level of the two machines as well. And even though this is a slow-speed juicer, it's so fast. It's amazing. Alright, so that one is still dripping. I'm going to go ahead and just remove the cup for each juicer, because I want to separate the apple juice and actually juice the carrots and see if there's a difference in color and if there's a difference in taste as well, and in foam, all that fun stuff. I've never done any of this myself, so I'm actually doing this for the video the first time. So let's go ahead and start with this Juiceman and do some carrots. So carrots done in the Juiceman. Let's try the Omega Vert. Okay, as we can see, I lost some of the carrot juice. It spilled because I didn't have the cup close enough, but I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference. The Juiceman did seem to make more anyway, quite a bit more actually. I have heard that centrifugal juicers juice better as far as carrots go than the other kinds, than the single auger kind. But the color actually looks similar. It's almost identical, really. So I'm going to just taste them both and see. We do have more foam on the centrifugal side, and that may also be another reason for it looking like it's bigger, besides the fact that I spilled some, just because maybe it whipped some air into the mixture as well. Let's see. Okay, so the juice from the Juiceman actually is a little more bitter than the juice from the Omega Vert. They're both still dripping, but the Juiceman actually made a more bitter juice. I can't believe it. That's weird. There's more pulp from the Omega Vert, of course, just because of the kind of juicer that it is. But that's really fascinating. All right, so let's just see this apple juice now that it's settled a little bit. All right, so on the left we have the juice from the Juiceman Jr., and on the right we have the juice from the Omega Vert. There's a lot more foam on the Juiceman juicers, apple juice, than on the Omega Vert, and it looks more separated. It looks also browner. It's more oxidized, probably because the blade is metal, and the Juiceman is a plastic blade, but it does go through a metal screen, so that may just have to do with the speed of juicing. So let me just taste those and see if there's a difference. Again, the Omega Vert is a little sweeter with the apple juice too, so that's actually very fascinating. I'm going to go ahead and just mix the apple with the carrot and mix the apple with the carrot there. Now, of course, I wanted to do a comparison of all the stuff that it juiced, the total amount, but I didn't because I drank some, and I probably drink a different amount out of each one. So you could kind of see with the apple and with the carrot individually how much it produced, even though this, of course, isn't a very scientific video. It's just for fun. All right, so we're just going to do the cucumber in each juicer. Okay, now one other thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to process the pulp from each juicer and just see how much we get from redoing the pulp out of each machine, because somebody requested that on a different video that I did, my first juicer video. So I thought that would be a good idea, actually. So, since I am one-handed, you're going to have to just bear with me for a second, because I'm going to have to put the camera down in order to put the pulp in these juicers again, which I usually do when I'm juicing. Let's see. This juicer here, the Omega, is much easier to actually reprocess the pulp because of that funnel. so that's actually nice. The other one, of course, has no funnel and stuff goes everywhere when I dry, but let's just go ahead and see. I'm going to try to get all the pulp, or as much as I can, back into the juicer to see an accurate comparison. Maybe this will be the most accurate part of this video. We'll see. All right, just a moment. Okay, I'm back. All right, so let's just see. Both are loaded with the pulp in the feed tube. Let's just see how much each one gets. Okay, so that's the Juiceman, now the Omega Vert. Alright, so the Omega looks like it's going to keep dripping for a little while. So it looks like the Juiceman got more, but you know, when I juice, I usually juice a bunch of stuff at once, a lot more carrots than that, and a lot more, I use spinach and usually a whole apple, so usually you'd probably get more than that, but that is just for comparison. Let me just show you quickly how dry the pulp is. That's the Juiceman, but remember that's processed twice. It's usually much wetter than that. And what pulp there is in the Omega, extremely dry. There's no comparison. So you can see the difference there. The other thing I wanted to do is just pour the juice over a strainer and just see about the difference in pulp in the actual juice. So we'll start with the centrifugal juicer. Okay, so that's how much pulp was in the centrifugal juicer. Alright, now let's try the Omega Vert. People complain about the Omega Vert having too much pulp. Let's just see. Alright, there was a pretty good amount in there actually. It's really not that bad though when you drink it, but there was quite a bit more, it looks like. So anyway, that's going to conclude my non-scientific video because I'm about to run out of memory on the card. So thank you for watching. If you have any other questions, please let me know. Thanks.